My roommate kept trying to steal my life, so I made her wish she never met me. I first met Tara through a mutual friend who said she was quiet, clean, and reliable. 3 things I desperately needed in a roommate. I was in the middle of applying for a promotion at work, something I had dreamed about since my first day in the company. I needed stability, peace, and a place where I could focus. But from the moment Tara moved in, it felt like she'd shown up with a silent mission to take over my life. First, she started copying me. Not in a cute or harmless way, but in a way that made my skin crawl. I wore a blue sweater to work one day. She bought the same one the next. I mentioned I liked a certain brand of tea. She filled the kitchen cabinet with it. Tara kept turning herself into my reflection, watering down everything that made me unique. Then she started showing up at my workplace. At first, she claimed she was nearby and thought she'd say hi, but it happened too often. She spoke to my coworkers like she knew them, like she belonged there. When I confronted her, she smiled sweetly and said, "I just want to understand you better. You're inspiring." She messed with what mattered most to me: my identity, my reputation, my path upward. I couldn't afford distractions or confusion, not when the promotion window was so tight. But the more I pulled back, the more Tara pushed in, as if my life was something she could slip into if she tried hard enough. One morning, I walked into our living room to find Tara wearing my jacket, my favorite jacket, and posing in the mirror. "Oh, I thought it was mine," she lied without blinking. The next week, she used my shampoo without asking, then my laptop without permission. She started locking her bedroom door like she was hiding something, which would have been fine if she wasn't using everything of mine she could get her hands on. One night, I got home late and found 2 of my coworkers in our apartment. Tara had invited them over without telling me, and she was passing off stories I'd told her as her own, every detail twisted slightly, but still mine. I stood in the doorway, frozen, watching her wear my life like a costume. The breaking point came when she applied for a job at my company, the same department and the same position I was fighting for. When I saw her application on the printer, I felt something in me snap. She had listed my volunteer work, my past projects, and my accomplishments. She had even copied my personal statement word for word. She wasn't stealing my things. She was stealing my life. That night, while she slept, I made my decision. I wasn't going to confront her. People like Tara don't have rational conversations, but they do respond to consequences. Since she wanted my life so badly, I was going to show her what it felt like when that life slipped out of reach. I didn't sabotage her, not directly. I simply delivered the truth to the right places. I forwarded her resume, my resume, to HR with a short message. Applicant appears to be using copied and falsified materials. I also let our landlord know she had been hosting unauthorized gatherings. The same night, I anonymously alerted her current employer that she'd been applying elsewhere using someone else's credentials. Finally, I changed the locks on my bedroom door. Within a week, everything collapsed around her. She was fired from her job for ethical concerns. The landlord sent her a notice threatening eviction for repeated lease violations. HR at my company blocked her application permanently and flagged her file internally. The morning she realized all of it, she stormed into our living room, shaking with anger, demanding to know who had ruined her life. I looked up from my coffee. "Tara," I said calmly, "you can't live a life that doesn't belong to you." She tried to accuse me, blame me, scare me, but there was nothing left for her to stand on. By the end of the week, she was gone. I blocked her and returned to my peace.